TownCountry.com.
Declawed on top of a slick new G, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals catching some flack from Clay Aiken fans. There are apparently more than one. PETA was ready to roll out this ad showing Triumph the Insult comic dog with the caption, "Get neutered. It didn't hurt Clay Aiken." Well, now after tons of complaints from Aiken fans, tons of them, PETA's considering scrapping that ad altogether. Michael Jackson releasing a statement denouncing the media coverage of the search of his Neverland Ranch. The singer says people on the tube, characters as he calls them, don't know what the heck they're talking about. People like me, I suppose. Michael says folks seem to surface with a dreadful allegation on every day that he releases a new project. He released another album today. Note to Michael, the media didn't send the 20 cops. They sent themselves. Seems affiliates don't mind the fact that CBS will air the Victoria's Secret fashion show this year, or they don't mind enough to try to do anything about it. The Parents Television Council says it wrote to affiliates nationwide encouraging them not to air the Underpants program. None declined to broadcast the thing, so it'll run tomorrow, but later in the night, so not to show the underpants to the children. The Boys in the Band, #1 with one. U2's one, named by music experts and British magazine Q, the greatest song ever recorded. So there you go. The tunes on the Achtung Baby album. Coming in second place, Aretha Franklin's I Say a Little Prayer. The movie The Two Towers Plus in the digital domain, plus 43 minutes, that is, 43 minutes of extras. So arrives the definitive version of the second part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. If you bought the first edition in August, we warned you that this was coming. In addition to the 43 minutes that add color and a new rhythm to the film, there are commentaries and 2 additional discs of extras. Paris Hilton now speaking up about that sex tape she made with the boyfriend, Rick Solomon. According to the New York Post, page 6, which is owned by the parent company of this network, some things never change. The full-service hotel heiress says, "I feel embarrassed and humiliated, especially because my parents and the people who love me have been hurt." She would not comment on Solomon, who filed a $10 million defamation suit against Paris and her entire family. Would you like to see a Los Angeles graffiti artist who goes by the name of Mere One and his wild style Mickey Mouse? Here you go.
Hey, what's up? I go by Mere One. I'm a Los Angeles graffiti artist, and this is my wild style Mickey.
You are the coolest cat ever. He's helping to celebrate the mouse's 75th birthday, which is today. He looks good, doesn't he? Mickey first made the scene on this day in the year 1928, when the movie short Steamboat Willie first rolled onto the big screen. You remember that, right, Tom? Oh, yeah. He remembers that. Mickey's face became less rat-like and his behavior less subversive over time, unlike counter-revolutionary Bugs Bunny, who never went soft. But Mickey, happy birthday. Everyone likes new sauce, right? Sometimes, though, brand names do get in the way of new sauces. According to Anna Nova, a food company in merry old England spent a ton of cash on a campaign for deliciously rich curry sauce sold under the name of Bund. Delicious is what they were going for. The problem is, in the northern Indian dialect of Punjabi, Bund translates to as the other word for rear end. Delicious indeed. The company has gotten tons of calls, but it says the butt sauce stays. Bund, your G-Block Quick Hits. Liza Minnelli filing a $3 million lawsuit against her estranged husband, David Guest. Here's what she's claiming. It's kind of a long and a short claim, but what she's claiming is that he was a prima donna and thought he was the bigger star. Case of bad meat. Meatloaf collapsing last night on stage in London. Not the dish Meatloaf, but the man Meatloaf, mind you, the one on your screen at this moment. He's been hospitalized to recover from exhaustion brought on by a virus. Helen Mirren returning to the TV role that brought her much of her initial American exposure. She'll reprise her role of Detective Superintendent James Tennyson in a new round of Prime Suspect. And on this day in the year 1978, Jonestown, Guyana, a California congressman and 4 others were killed by cult members from the People's Temple. And later that day, 912 people died in a mass suicide. And now, you know the news of Tuesday, November the 18th, 2003. I'm Shepard Smith. Thanks for bringing us into your home tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for Studio B, noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. And until then, as the war on terror continues, stay brave, stay aware, and stay with Fox.
The Fox Report with Shepard Smith, a presentation of Fox News Channel, the network America trusts, period.